week going on. Still talking about the CEO shooting, everything along that line. So I don't know if any of you guys got the chance to check out my community page, the whole unibrows or whatever. Guns don't kill people. People with unibrows do. Uh, something that it cracks me up so bad. So if you're liberal watching this, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm not trying to say all liberal people or whatnot are like this, but we have a homicide, a very high profile homicide take place. A man shot another man, murdered him, suspect in custody, found the firearm, etc. Turns out CEO of an insurance company that a lot of people apparently don't like, which, I can understand circumstances, claims being denied, stuff like that. It's people losing family members and whatnot because of health insurance denials of coverage. But here's my thing. I keep hearing all these people praising, like, oh, that guy's a hero. That guy did a good thing. This guy united us. This guy did this. See, all that stuff. Well, first off, the Luigi kid, dude, whatever, he murdered somebody. We have a justice system put into place for these very reasons. Now, they talk about how intelligent he is and his credentials and stuff, and on paper he looks amazing, but common sense wise, it's sad it got to that point. But how I look at it is he probably had some resources somewhere and connections where he could try to do something to get reform or whatever with insurance or whatever the issue is. We still don't even really know. There's so much speculation. I've heard his back surgery stories and things like that. Okay, that can make anybody snap. Totally get it. But this CEO gets murdered, gunned down. People are praising this dude for doing that. And a lot of these are the same people that want to take firearms away from people in cities like Chicago or, left-wingers throughout the entire country. You can type it in anti-Second Amendment or, make firearms illegal, and I'll bet you there's like 200,000 channels of content you could look up on all the people that don't want firearms. Now, look up some of those people that want to grab guns and check to see what they're saying about this shooting. They all wanted gun violence and stuff like that to end, and guns need to be made illegal, yet the CEO that got murdered, they're praising the man who did it, and he used a gun to do so. You guys are the biggest hypocrites. I mean, it's so funny to me. It's just like, what kind of world do you live in? Oh, we hate gun violence. We want guns gone, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, oh man, this guy shot that guy and murdered him. And oh, dude, I'm totally in support. Free Luigi and all that type of shit. And I'm like, are you guys for real? We live in the United States. I don't care how big of a scumbag the dude was. That was a murder. We don't sit fine with that in a community, nor should we ever sit fine with that in a community where somebody gets murdered. Now, are there circumstances? Yes. But the fact is, that goes, this CEO guy, let's just go off on a fun thing here or whatever. Let's say that he did some very bad, terrible, shady things. Okay, it's hard to prove a lot of stuff. When people have money, it's difficult. We saw with Diddy how long it took before they finally got a hold of him to charge him for crimes, right? All right. We have a justice system for a reason. It needs to go through. This Luigi kid, he was a voice, or he could have been a great voice. I have no doubt about it. I checked out his valedictorian speech and things like that. But, he snapped and goes and murders somebody. He could have been a voice with different platforms, social media, connections, everything. But he murders somebody. We're America. We don't sit fine with people violating our laws. If it was self-defense, I wouldn't be on here like going on this rant right now, because self-defense shootings, completely different ballgame. And somebody tried to tell me, conservatives make Kyle Rittenhouse look like a superhero, and then this guy Luigi, he's getting called as to being a cold-blooded murderer type. Yeah, Rittenhouse shouldn't have been down there in Kenosha that evening. However, he didn't shoot anybody, just plan it out and go out and do so and have manifestos and do all this intricate planning and have fake IDs. No, he was a kid who was dumb in the wrong place at the wrong time when he should have been home. This whole thing, they're making, and I joke with Kyle Rittenhouse and I say he's a hero on account of he was 17 years old, and I'll tell you what, it's not easy to pull the trigger at somebody the first time. And like, you do what you have to do. But I mean, like in this case, cold-blooded murder, self-defense. The two aren't even close, not even close to the same. And so let's move on past that hypocrisy when we try to oh, the conservatives like Rittenhouse, because you look dumb. Okay, not even the same scenario, not self-defense with Luigi. Number two thing, you talk about how gun violence is horrible and awful. You want guns banned. And then all of a sudden a guy uses a gun, and this guy ends up killing this CEO that nobody likes, but you guys are praising a murderer who used a gun to kill somebody, even though you're bitching about 2 weeks ago about people having guns and gun violence in America. Wow. I might be just some dumb fucking jarhead or something like that. Maybe been beat around or ate too many crayons, but if I can figure this out hypocrisy-wise, I'm pretty sure a lot more people can probably open their eyes and see how stupid they look with the hypocrisies. Because if it was a murder of anybody else that wasn't an insurance company, news wouldn't have probably gave it a second thought. Nobody would care. But it was in New York. He was a CEO, one of the largest insurance providing companies in the United States, maybe even the world. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about the company. But we've all had entanglements with insurance companies, and health insurance it's a whacked out thing in the United States without a doubt. And I think it's ridiculous. Denied coverage and all that stuff. But if this was any other person that was murdered, people would be like, oh my gosh, this was whatever. It could be black on black crime. It could be a hate crime murder. It could be whatever. And people wouldn't give it even a second thought. It would go back to, if it were a regular person, to be like, see, this is why guns are bad and they should be made illegal. But no, it was a CEO that nobody liked. So it's like, that guy's a hero. Look what he did. He's a voice. He's uniting us. That is crazy. That is insane. In fact, it's also insulting to, victims and deaths from gun violence, because apparently they don't matter enough. But these CEOs, it's cool, and it's cool that somebody used a gun on him. I mean, think about it, people. Come on, open your eyes to the stupidity that you're talking about. It is insane. But that's my fun rant on here for that, guys. I mean, it's it's not like the most in-depth, and I'm not like this guy who's going to give this awesome speech or whatnot, but if I can see this crap and call out hypocrisies and bullshit when I see it, I just hope other people open their eyes and they're able to see it and then make these choices for themselves. So, I mean, it's like all the what ifs. You can speculate and what if. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's the hypocrisy. Dude's not a hero. Dude's a murderer. Dude broke the law. He killed a man who, I don't know the details yet. Believe me though, as soon as we know about, if we ever do get any type of information as to why this kid really did what he did, I would love to hear all about that. Then I can make it even better, make a better judgment on the matter. But killing a CEO with a gun's not cool, guys. It's okay though. It's okay to kill somebody with a gun if they're a rich asshole. But in the hood, whether it be, hey, what's going on, Sonny? But anybody else, anybody in a different ethnic neighborhoods, rough areas, poverty, trailer trash, whatever, they get murdered. We just see it on the news as, oh, there was another shooting, down in Chicago on the south side or whatever. But no, it's a CEO person that nobody likes, and so it's cool and he gets praise. That is backward ass, man. I mean, I don't like dickhead corporate assholes just as much as the next guy, but really? So, I mean, and that's just something to look at. I mean, it's, You can't sit there and say you praise this guy for murdering somebody and then turn around and say, hey, guns need to be made illegal because of gun violence. So that's you guys all by your balls, and you're more than one. Like, you know, if you are not one of these hypocrites and you're thinking, no, the gun violence is messed up, what this kid did's messed up, it's still gun violence. You know, be more than happy to hear your opinions, but as far as the hypocrisy go, you have no argument. So, and you know, I do feel bad for the guy's family, especially the children. His wife, you know, I mean, whatever the case may be, their impact on their life is going to be nasty. I don't care. And I know the insurance companies, a lot of people will argue with me on that, saying, well, look at the impact the insurance companies have had on people for denying coverage and all the deaths. Oh no, I totally agree with you guys on that one. But this guy should have been held trial. This guy should have, if there's any crimes or any bad stuff like that, and we need to do it through the system, the way that it's been designed in this country, not whatever. This wasn't a self-defense shooting, so I'm not going to even give this dude the time of day as far as you know, condoning the violence that he committed. But that's my rant on that. You know, I dropped a few funny Christmas things. I'm just about done wrapping up the HK videos, guys. I decided, you know, we'll do some content on suppressors, and I'll go bust those out pretty soon here. But hopefully I'll get a day that's warm enough and go outside and shoot. But you know, that's kind of what we're doing from there. You guys are always more than welcome to always comment on my channel. Like I say, you're always more than welcome to use all my content. I do not want money for it. You just spread it out, especially if it's going to educate people in gun safety or whatever. You know, it's free. It's for people. It's not, I'm not going to ever charge money for anything on here. I'm not going to ask for donations. So, you know, one of the cool sponsors I get is, oh yeah, oh, did you like that short, Sonny? Yeah, that Tickle Me Elmo. Oh man, dude, that thing. Oh man, that was, I didn't expect it to blow up that bad. Like, my wife was like, holy shit. But, you know, it's, oh man, yeah, that one, there's that Santa Claus one. I mean, you know, it's, yeah, we have fun with Tannerite, dude. Tannerite's the shit, man. It's so fun. So many people, though, they don't know how to, they don't really realize how big of an explosion it's going to be. And like, there's videos on here, man. You see guys like putting it in refrigerators at a junkyard and shooting it. And then you see like a desk office chair just fly like 400 feet because they were dumb and used 20 pounds of Tannerite. Oh man. I mean, it's insane, but, I don't know. It sucks because like there's all these like fun things and there's always these fun dumb things, and you know, like Tannerite shooting, it's fun. It can get spendy. I don't shoot. You know, I don't do the binary targets that often, and you know, every now and then I'll bust them out because it's fun. But like people, like I said, they do like gender reveals for their babies and stuff. You know, out here in South Dakota, they'll put like pink or blue in there and shoot it and whatever. I mean, it's cool being redneck out here in South Dakota. Let me tell you, it's totally acceptable. But you know, it's like, man, I wish other people that I think about it like, what would it be like living in a state where I couldn't go out and do this stuff? That would suck. And that's why I can't ever move back to I can't move to a state, man, that has like heavy gun restrictions and things like that, because I just think, God damn, man. You know, I love having the freedom of being able to just go out and shoot whenever I want, you know, and nobody will even like think twice. Out here, nobody gives a shit. I mean, it's, everybody's doing it. It's, I mean, you know, cops, if you're out off on the highway somewhere, pheasant hunting or whatnot, the most you'll get is they'll pull over, ask you if you had any luck hunting, and then bounce because they got nothing better to do. Monica Singh, welcome. Definitely don't come to Massachusetts. Antonino, out of curiosity with Massachusetts. So I lived in Minnesota, so let me, if this is anywhere near kind of the same policies, let me know here. Minnesota, you can buy rifles and shotguns, you know, no problems. Go right over with your ID and all that stuff. If you want to purchase carbines or pistols, Or, you know, you have to go to the police station first. You have to purchase a permit to be able to purchase. You know, they run a background check and all that stuff. Then you have to go on ahead again, and then you have to, if you want to open carry or just carry, other than driving, transporting firearms in your vehicle to and from a place, you have to have a carry permit. Then, if you want a concealed carry, then you have to go get that permit. I mean, is it kind of the similar same circumstance in Massachusetts? You have to go do all that junk, or is it? Um, I'm just curious here because, like, North Dakota, South Dakota, hey, if you don't have a criminal record, don't have violent crimes, man, you can walk right into a gun shop and walk right back out, and you can conceal carry. I mean, it's, oh, okay, gotcha, gotcha. But it's like, you know, you can conceal carry without a permit out here. Nobody gives a shit. But you know, and then like you, my home state, you know, I got my concealed carry permit, all that stuff. But oh, okay, big card. Yeah, and I'm sure they probably like to jack the price up on those. Do you have to renew them annually or every so many years, or how long are they valid for in Massachusetts? I'm curious. But like Minnesota, you have to do it every, I believe, every 2 years, if you're a resident or whatnot. But and see, like when I lived in Minnesota, you know, I was up in Moorhead, Fargo-Moorhead area, which is, I always tell people I lived in Fargo because if you say Moorhead, nobody knows what the hell you're talking about. It's just right across the river. But you know, Shields corporate headquarters and you know their #1 store, whatnot. 4 or 5 years. Okay, well that's, I mean, I guess that's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, it's, gun restrictions are just stupid though. I mean, you know, 3D printed guns, ghost guns, all that bullshit. Here's the thing, it doesn't matter, ghost gun or not, legal or illegal, a criminal is gonna find a way to get a firearm regardless. That's how crime works. Gun-free zones are, criminals are not gonna abide by that. And you know, this Luigi kid, it's proof right there that I mean, what if, there's a lot of speculation you could say. What if the witness that was standing there, they were armed and able to shoot this Luigi kid before because you know, he jammed 3 times, guys. Every second counts when you're in a gunfight or a shooting situation or active shooter or whatever you want to call it. I always say gunfight. Stupid military talk there. But you know, you're engaged. This dude, you see him go up to shoot somebody. Okay, he shot him 1 time in the leg, jammed, tap rack bangs real quick. You know, ARs and semi-autos, highly regulated. Oh, okay, gotcha. Do they? Okay, so on those ARs, do you have to have like those stupid California restrictions where, like, some of them you have to re-rack your AR every single time, pull the charging handle up, or what was the other one that I've seen? I think it's so ridiculous. It's a type of bolt or pop bolt type thing you have to have on it, and so when you eject your magazine, you have to push this button that separates your upper and lower from each other about that much. Jam the magazine in, then you know, tap it down and pin it back in, and then you can rack again and get back to shooting or something. I've seen a few guys on here with those, and I just thought in my head, that is the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. Like, I mean, it's almost sometimes makes you wonder, used AR, pre-ban, nothing new. Oh, really? Okay, gotcha. Well, yeah, I mean, at least you can get a used one. Gun shows, right? Private sellers, that's cool. But you know, like California laws are ridiculous. There's a really cool guy I used to bullshit with when I had my first channel. Yeah, his name was John. Shit, man, I wish I remembered this dude. He's cool as hell. Hopefully he's watching this, man. You know, he had some pretty cool details and stuff. But he was down in Texas. I was average about holy shit, $3,000? Dude, seriously? I mean, you know, if it's got, I'm sure, you know, if it has all the expensive features and stuff, but if it's pre-ban, man, I mean, good hell, like my Colt Commando, dude, the one that I'm always shooting in my videos and stuff, I can't remember what I paid for that, but $3,000? That's nuts, dude. I mean, I could buy like 3 decent ARs, with 3 grand. Shit. Anyways, this dude though, I was, you know, he was telling me all about California and the laws out there. Magazine capacity, 25 round mags or 60. Oh, $60 for 25. Fuck, man. Well, I don't know that man. I have to be honest with you, dude. I haven't bought metal magazines for a while. I've got so many. Shit, I haven't even looked at the price on those. I mean, I know Magpul mags are pretty dirt cheap, but if it's pre-ban, Magpul, has been around for quite some time, but I don't think that long. Damn. But this dude, he was telling me about high capacity magazines, like with your Glock mags, because you can only have I think like 10 rounds. If you can put a rivet in like the number 13 or 11 or something like that on it, and that'll block and limit the amount of rounds you have in there. Obviously, it's like a shotgun. Oh, they're stamped. That's stupid. Oh, okay. Stamped steel. Yeah, that's. We're on a live. I can't grab one and show you, but he's telling me stuff like that. He was telling me the different Glock models you could buy. Like you could get like a Glock 19 third gen, but you couldn't get a fourth. And he gave me all this info, all the stipulations of these stupid compliance rules, and I just thought, fuck that, man. I don't know how these guys can live there. I mean, I know you guys live there, but goddamn, putting up with all that shit, dude, it's too much of a hassle. You can't even buy Glocks, dude. Oh man, it's funny because you could say Beretta or you could say like Smith and Wesson, and people probably wouldn't really look at it in such a negative way. But you say Glock, dude, and people automatically think that it's like lethal and super super bad or even worse. It's still a 9 millimeter. They don't go through metal detectors. That wasn't a movie. They do have a polymer frame, but it's late CMMG. Yeah, CMMG makes some awesome stuff, dude. I bought a lot of their gun parts. When I've done AR builds and things like that, I've really been satisfied with it. It's CMMG's got a lot of cool stuff. The thing I kind of want to get is that CMMG Bravo, where you can convert like your 5.56 into a 22. And it comes with a bolt and like 4 magazines or whatever, and then that way I can go out plinking and not feel like I have no balls out there shooting with my kids, but shooting a 22. But CMMG's that's badass, dude. I'm gonna have to check that out. The one gun that I want to get really bad, Antonino, is I want to get one of those galleys, man. Those are awesome. Compliant in 47 states. All right, I'm gonna have to check that out. I'll have to check that out. That's pretty cool. And that's there's some pretty sweet guns out there, man. And it's the ones I was looking at today when I was doing some of the HK stuff, the British SA80s, those bullpups. Now being left-handed bullpup, I have to have a left-handed bullpup. I can't shoot a right-handed one because you got that stock, and it is seriously like right in your face. You cheek right up to that thing would eject out and hit me in the damn neck and chest and stuff all the time like crazy. But I shot a Steyr one time, one of the AUGs, and that very thing happened. Hot brass hitting me, but suck it up, put some dirt on it, and quit being a pussy, right? Anyways, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to check those out when I get off here. But that SA80 is freaking badass. Some of the guns though HK made, the G36, it looks like a space gun, man. Like I feel like that's something out of like James Bond's Moonraker or something like that from way back when with Roger Moore. But I don't know. There's interesting guns out there for sure. HK's got some cool shit, and they've got some weird looking ones. But so does FN and a lot of those European gun manufacturers. They've definitely got some interesting looking guys. I want a Scar, man. Scar's a freaking badass, sweet ass rifle. But I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Antonino, thanks for dropping in, sir. Appreciate it a ton. I'll catch up with you guys later. You enjoy your evening. I'll be dropping some more funny, bullshit skits here and whatnot. So you guys take care.